Welcome back to another video. Today is Thursday. What I really want to talk to you guys about today, and it's going to be mainly an educational video for you guys today. I'm going to go over today's trade. I did not participate in no trading today. I did end up sending a specific level I was looking at last night to the Discord, and it ended up playing out. For right now, I'm just waiting until I can get my hands on this new account and then just start running it up from there. But it's also a good example so I can show you guys when I say that it doesn't matter what strategy you trade, it doesn't matter what concepts you learn or understand, it's all the same thing. Hopefully my OBS does not start to act up, but I really just want to give you guys a breakdown on that. But yeah, it was just pretty much that 4 hour swing low. It got taken out during London session. It also got taken out during New York session, and I'll explain to you guys my thought process, where I would have taken profits, how I would have tackled this trade. And yeah, I mean, I don't really got too much to say for you guys other than break down this trade. It's a good example to show you guys what I mean, because I feel like many people don't understand. Um, they don't understand or don't realize that it doesn't matter what concept you trade. We're all looking for the same thing. And this is a perfect example of it doesn't matter what you're trading, it's the same idea behind everything. With that being said, let's hop into the MacBook and I'll go from there. Hopefully it doesn't freeze, but let me show you guys what I was looking for. Here we have this specific level. Just keep this number in mind, 21,721. And I sent this yesterday at 10 p.m. Just keeping an eye out for this 4 hour swing low. Um, and we could see here in the chart in the higher time frame, 4 hour time frame, the previous day, Wednesday at market open, we had taken out these highs, right? And looking at it in the higher time frame, I was not entertaining it because we tapped into this huge daily gap, right? In the way that I see things, like I'm not expecting price to go higher than this, but at the same time, we're so close to all-time highs, and like I was just very indecisive, right? Still, the only target I had in mind for price to have a reaction and push higher was the swing low. And pre-market, we tapped into it and just traded off of it. My first target, the way I trade, would have been Asian session highs, right? Asian session highs, it's around, I want to say if I get in around here, it's more than 100 points, right? 100 points trading one contract on NASDAQ is over $2,000. That's way more than what I would need. And you guys can see price just ended up ripping even higher, right? This could have been a second take profit if we leave runners. And overall, my target was for price to just keep on pushing higher and go back into these highs, right? But as you can see during Asian session, we just came back down. The way I see the market right now, I wouldn't entertain the thought of taking a trade tomorrow. That's my personal opinion. Like I told you guys, the way that I am approaching the charts now and trading is a little bit more cautious, in a way of like I'm not taking trades if it's not clear to me, you know? Now, having these markups out the way, I really want to show you guys. Same thing. For those of you who trade support and resistance, it's the same things, right? I got some friends that trade a level system just like this. If you don't trade ICT, SMC, if you don't trade the way I do, but you trade in this specific way, like we're still looking for the same target. You're looking for a break and retest. This is your support, and you're just pretty much trading back to this level again, right? Back into these highs. This looks very simple, and that's why I don't like to trade this way. It makes sense to me because I've seen people make good trades using this concept. And like, I think I'll mark another level out here. If you know what I'm talking about, if you trade like this, if you've seen this, like it works, right? I'm not gonna knock it out. Like same thing here, like this is a break of the support and then it's going back into this other level down here, taking out this, whatever. But same thing, right? For me, I trade ICT concepts. The reason why I took this, I would have taken this trade and I was looking at this specific level, it's because it's a zone of liquidity. That's all there is to it. There's a zone of liquidity, and we have this gap right here. Like we have that 4 hour gap. That's it. That's the reasoning behind why I would have taken this trade, trading ICT concepts. We have a liquidity sweep plus a 4 hour gap. Price has been very bullish the last couple days. We're going from that level back into this inefficiency, trying to see if we can break through this gap or and reach all-time highs. If I'm not mistaken, all-time highs are these right here. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it in regards to the way that I see this and the way that I trade this, right? But like I said, if you trade anything that looks like this, like these level systems, supply and demand or whatever you guys want to call it, like it's the same thing here. Same thing. We have a 4 hour gap. We have a liquidity sweep right here. Boom. London session swept out the liquidity, tapped into this. What is the next point that I'm taking my let me see. I could just so I don't lose this shit. Boom, right here. We sweep out these lows, these previous days lows, we sweep them out during London session. We tap into this fair value gap right here. What is my next zone to take out my profits? It would be these highs right here. And that's it, right? And price just keeps on going higher than that. Even if I get in New York Open my time, which is 6 a.m., like I'm still catching over 100 points, right? You can leave a runner, whatever. Still, if you trade in this level system, same things. It's a break back into these lows, whatever. We come back up, resistance, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm not very familiarized with these concepts, but I have multiple friends, especially my boy Jay. He teaches this specific way on our calls every weekend. But yeah, I mean, any concept, any trade idea works. It's just a matter of, let me switch back to the camera because I'd probably be talking too much and then this shit not recording. Hopefully I made it more clear for you guys when it comes to understanding that you can trade any type of way and still make it work. It doesn't matter what strategy you use, it doesn't matter what concepts, it doesn't matter as long as you understand what you're looking for. I don't know if I made a good, I don't know if I gave you guys a good explanation about the level system. It's not my thing. I kind of understand it, and I was introduced to it by a couple of friends, specifically my boy Jay. But yeah, I mean, there's different methods to understand this. That's why I use that analogy of like math, right? Like some people are better counting with their fingers, and some people can count from the top of their head, and other people need to write it down. But at the end of the day, we get the same answer, right? So same thing with this. It's like anything that you understand and you can make sense of it and you practice it long enough and you build that conviction and you have the data to back it up, just build the model with the data, and I mean just go from there. You can find all this information, you can build your own strategy, your own way of thinking, your own way of executing, and anything works. In my case, like I found profitability trading ICT concepts. My boy Jay, he's been profitable for a couple years, and he only trades the level system, but I think he mainly trades on gold and forex. There's many different ways to attack this. There's many different ways to make money, but the thing is, like, if you put in the work, if you study these concepts and you find understanding in any of these strategies, if you understand how to read the charts, it doesn't matter what strategy you go with. At the end of the day, you and I are both looking for the same things. We're both looking for the same targets, and that's it. When I first started, I was having a problem um, understanding order flow and trend lines. I didn't understand why price was bullish when I thought it was bearish. That's a complete different thing than understanding your concepts, right? But yeah, I mean, once you understand where price is going, why price doesn't want to go lower, it's the same thing. It could be resistance, it could be a fucking liquidity sweep, whatever you want to fucking call it. It's the same thing. I'm looking for the same thing. You're looking for the same thing. Everybody that fucking knows what they're doing and they know where the market is headed to, they have their same confluences. They understand how they trade. It's just repetition and backing it up, like you're not going to have confidence in a system until you go out there and put in the work and see it with your own eyes. Maybe I was not good at explaining this, but if you guys want to join our conversations, we're going to host calls every weekend on our Discord. I go over the way that I look at the market. My boy Jay explains his trading strategy. He explains what he's looking for in gold. I want to say I keep Saturdays mainly as a psychology call and just answering questions for those in the community. Then Sunday, once the market opens, we just start making our projections for the week. Unfortunately, with my situation, I just gotta wait until I get my account. There's no limitations. I'm still waiting for the account, but I'm still getting better. I'm still putting in the work. I'm still studying. I'm still going over my data. I'm still making sure I have that reassurance within myself that I know what I'm doing. Because when I first started, trust me, I would hesitate on taking the trades because I was scared of being wrong because I was not putting in enough work. I'm not saying spend the whole day looking at the charts because that's not good. You'll think every setup is A plus. You'll think that you'll start making up scenarios and not being rational. Put in the work, take your time, and you'll see the development uncover itself throughout a substantial amount of time. It's going to take some time, but it's worth it. With that being said, that's the end of the video. If you guys like these type of videos, let me know. If you guys want more of these coaching type scenarios, I will start recording the Discord calls and have that as my content for the weekend. But yeah, I mean, with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one.